Everybody, and welcome to Mystics MMOs. I'm your host, Mystic Raven. Alright, so I'm on DCUO, and I'm going to be sorking today. Sorking. Got a lot of little shit to do here really quick. Organize my bag, sell some shit, try to get some stuff lined up here. It's been a couple days since I've been on my sork, so I do apologize for this disaster called a bag. My inventory, it's crazy. Actually, I'll try to reorganize some stuff and just try to clean it up really quick as much as possible. So trying to get it done, and trying to get some progression throughout some of my other tunes as well. It's kind of important, I guess, to keep progression going as much as possible. As many tunes as I have anyways. In this game, you can kind of get lost in progression, what you're trying to do, because you can have so many tunes, and it's just like, wow, shit, I should jump on this tune. Yeah, maybe. So I think that's the appeal of the game, actually, is like you can level up other tunes at a pretty decent rate. A lot of people want to be like, well, all these things with skill points. Well, once you unlock skill points, you can take replay badges monthly and hit that up. So that's not really all that, demanding. It's not as demanding as some people might, make it out to be. It's really not. Progression is literally just saying, hey, man, I've got to get on this. Yeah, probably. I'm not going to salvage any DPS gear because I really do have to evaluate my DPS gear a little better. So I'm just going to salvage up some of my healer gear, and then we'll evaluate the DPS a little later. Okay, that should be DPS, right. Alright, now when I come in here, it should look a little bit better. As long as I have a nice amount of space to acquire gear. Okay, so I do have to do my weeklies. So I am working on this as well. So I do have to do my... I'm on tier 8 with this tune. I do need to get some feats also out of the way as well. I'll queue all of these except Throne of the Dead. Yeah, I'll probably queue these too. I was going to stick with the healer role. That's my primary role anyways. Alright. I do got to do my stabilizers. Check my... Alright. Now, also I have to do my stabilizers. So let's go ahead and get that out of the way. Could switch my role for that anyways right now. There we go. Got my coffee on.
This is Waller. You are now assigned to the Suicide Squad. By
Up and at 'em, Pixie. Been out running a bed for breakfast here. While I'm on the suckers where the ground you're walking on.
99, request assistance. We'll bring you down.
All right. Okay, let's get the vault out of the way.
Welcome, welcome, one and all, to Joker's Room of Fun, Mayhem, and Prizes. What do you need? Something to flatten your opponents? Or just some useless crap? Those. You pays your money and you takes your chances. Break the presents and get your prizes.
That's pretty much about it. Okay.
That's it.
Take a look at our
Game's over.
inventory real
Stand
quick.
on, nothing to see. Get
Have
ready
it.
before my good
Need it.
mood wears off. That means now.
Have it. All right. Looks good. We'll switch back our roll. Opened up the backpack. Backpack. Yeah, it's a bump. Take that. We have that. We can get rid of it. And let's take a look at our trinket. It's an upgrade as well. Put that there. Alright, so we need a back modifier. We'll check our mainframe before we queue up our fours and our events. Alright. So we're going to take the back. Open it up. And usually I will go with like Solwell. Alright. Now we're going to take a look at the mainframe. We still have 32 days, 9 days, 9 days. So we do have to get some stuff. Cells are pretty low. We'll replace the cells right now. And that's taken care of. We'll save the changes to our armory. Okay, now we're going to go ahead, open up. We'll queue up our four-mans and such. Fatal exams can be a pain in the arse. We'll keep it pretty low end for our four-mans. Demon's Plan. Well, we can also queue up our events just in case it doesn't go through. Not gonna get anything but the drop. It's okay. It's fine.
This is Waller. You are now assigned to the
We're gonna
suicide
stay in the
squad.
healing role.
By now, you are intimately aware of our arrangement. Cooperate with the members of Task Force X, or I yank the leash connected to that collar.
Let's go.
back off. Not nice.
No carry. It's gonna be.
Fancy meeting you here. Did O send you? She's always got my back. Ugh. Green Arrow was supposed to wait for backup. Sometimes he gets a little too big for his quiver.
I'm gonna roll need on that because I run a precision with my dude.
I'm going to scout ahead.
Healers make a difference. I'm not gonna lie to you. Okay.
Breaking heads and the sound barrier.
I was putting that ground effect on top of the tank ideally.
Wanna hear me sing?
Anytime the bombs come up, I'm going to save the shields for the bombs. I want the supercharge now.
Ooh, this one's got some bite. Let me sing you to sleep. Being cute isn't
That's how we do it. I'm not gonna need.
I'm going to look for GA. You take care of the ninjas.
We'll grab like maybe some gear, but I mean, looking for more black hand stuff, so. These guys aren't leagued. Let's go. Definitely be throwing league invites here towards the end. One thing I love about Sorc healing, it's just like as long as you keep your hots down, you have your burst heal at your disposal. It's so, in that essence, it becomes one of the easier ways to manage your healing. I got my shield ready. I got my 2 primary hots down. And, you know, one's ground effect, one's a static hot. So it's like, it really is just, it's not hard to heal Sorc. It isn't. You know, I have another little burst heal with my pet. So it's just, it's cakewalk running a Sorc healer most of the time. Now the pet sometimes is a little questionable on trials, raids. But I prefer it, but it's not a bad idea to use another ability in place that if you have to. Now I don't use the Arbiter. I much prefer Transcendence as a healer. Some people like Arbiter. Nothing wrong with Arbiter. You get those buffs. But honestly, when you're running low on power, and sometimes in those clutch moments, that's where Transcendence really shines. Okay, there's a lot of aggro, so I'm going to go ahead and... Tank's doing a really good job. Scott, what's up? You at it early this morning? Yeah, I'm trying, brother. I'm trying. How was your holiday, brother? Hope you had a good holiday. Where'd you have Thanksgiving? Was you playing cook this year? I was cooking. I'll be honest with you. I was doing a bunch of cooking. We had at my house, me and my wife, man, we were busy. We were up early. I was up a little earlier than she was with the turkey, but she got up pretty early as well. Once again, I'm going to save the shield for any like surprise stuff. Allow me to recoup. Remember, I can use shields during CCs, and that wouldn't affect me and my party members as well. Banking on that transcendence when I need it the most. As a healer, you know, you definitely see right there. That's when you throw the shield. Anytime you get a like a CC or a surprise, drop the shield, because if you're CC'd, you can't heal. Good, we went out to eat. Oh, okay. So I know a couple people who do that. There's a couple restaurants that actually have like Thanksgiving type stuff too for the holidays. Tank is doing such a beast-ass job. Tanking in this game is not fun, but I'll tell you what, you appreciate good tanks, man. Tank will get him in there. Look at this tank. He's so beast. I missed the leftover though. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's true. Leftovers are good, especially, you know, the next day, man. You can put some stuff together with some leftovers, man. I think I want to go with the head. I think I have the feed on another tune, so we'll go with the head. I don't think I can actually invite these guys because I'm on the Suicide Squad. I think these guys are heroes. Ew, gross. They're heroes. All right. I need all this shit in this tune. Where's the other dude at? Seriously, come on, man. We're at the last boss. Why would you go AFK now?
Raish, I told you, I'm not interested in your Nanda Parbat timeshare.
I love the voice acting here with Green Arrow. Ra's al Ghul, Black Canary sounds good, the voice actress on here. Except, I like the look of her body, the way they did her body in the outfit, but her face kind of, right there.
Finally, I expected you much sooner. Did your little friend slow you down, my dear bird?
Pet names. Really? We dated for like 4 minutes. 4.
La 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 la. Canary, do me a favor.
See, there's something with her face that kind of, So I did my first Battleground match yesterday. My DK was around 29. It went okay. It seemed like both times the other teams were pre-made. Ah, got you. I can't believe people are running pre-mades under 50, though. That's crazy. That seems a little dire. Hey, let's do a pre-made under 50. Okay, I'm going to hit the Transcendence, and I'm going to get him up. Hopefully the tank makes the readjustment. You can't, as DPS, you don't want to be standing in here. Every time that gong hits, you want to get the fuck out of the way. And now we're out a DPS. We have not a lot of AoEs. I can't even get on this shit. Stop focusing on Ra's al Ghul and get the ads.
I really wish I had my bow. Good news. I still have my fists.
Now remember, I told you guys that Transcendence is my like little...
Are you okay? Can you fight? I mean, as well as usual.
Hit a man while he's down.
Okay, now Transcendence.
A man? I thought we were talking about you.
Ouch. Any of your friends here ice? Because I might need it for that burn.
Well, next time, wait for your backup.
Well, at least I never dated Count Dracula.
God dang it. So range. Jesus, I want ranged. Range DPS, not melee. Let's see if he's gonna hit that gong. You want to get away from him right there. That's where you want to get the fuck away from him, man. Because all these ninjas will be coming out and they will fuck you up if he hits that bitch. Gotta pay the stuff to the effects.
You make me want to scream.
There we go.
Even step foot in Star City. I promise you won't get that foot back.
Rachel Gecko will just Lazarus pit him a new foot.
Alright, I did around 600k damage, top for my team both games. Over 3k medal scores both games. Thinking about posting the video since I am absolutely horrible at PvP. Yeah, that sounds badass. If you don't PvP a lot and you're getting that type of results, brother, especially under 50, holy crap. Nah, that's good ass shit, man. So we got a Promethean lock boxer. Adaptive? Sure. Shit, should have took that Pletosaur. Okay, let's see what we get. I mean, it's not going to be an upgrade. I already have it. Damn it. Aha! I don't have this one. Ha 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 ha. And I already have that one. Ugh. No, that sounds actually kick ass. I mean, considering everything, and then yeah, and then you said you're like you hardly ever die. That's what's impressive. Like, not only the numbers, but you know how survivable are you? You know, if you're putting up those type of numbers with survivability on top of it, shit, that's gross. That's actually awesome. All right. All right. So, gotta squap some stuff. Squap. Now, first thing I need to do is switch to my DPS to see if there's any gear in here that is going to be a bump to my deeps. And, of course, there is. Video going to be titled Worst PvPer and Issa does some battlegrounds. Yeah, I love it. Dude, that is badass. Oh shit. Let me save this really quick. Nope, not that one. I didn't get all this inputted, but just in case it cues in, I don't want to be like, oh shit, where did I go, Mom? Now you guys will see, like, sometimes I actually put in, you actually want to put this one in there. In this build slot. I didn't do it. See, those shoulders are better for that. I've got to hate when I'm having to go through stuff and get my cues and I'm like, oh shit balls. But Mom, shit. I got a pretty good clip where I had 3 players on me and I killed them all. Oh my god.
This is Wallace. You are now assigned to
Alright,
Suicide Squad.
so I'm gonna go ahead and
Intimately aware of our arrangement. Cooperate with the members of Task Force X, or I yank the leash connected to that collar.
This underground cave may allow us to pass beneath the crown of thorns and gain access to the palace. This all sounds familiar, Arthur.
I'm gonna repair real quick.
Atlantis resided above the sea and my home
Bye.
Sebor was still part of the kingdom proper. If I recall, legends claim that Sebor
There was one
City
Sork in my
was
second match that was
land
beast.
dwellers call the Bermuda Triangle. The vortex transported our people to our current home. So it was the Dead King that separated our people. And
He hit 1 mil.
Atlantis?
Under 50? Holy fuck. Can people not fucking go ahead? It'd be nice. Make sure we're... I hate when I got people over here, people over there. It's just like, stay in group. Especially if I got one healer. I'm still learning. I do enjoy it. The first match I was solo. My team was so bad. Yeah, it'll happen. It gets a little harder when you get up there. I mean, when you get after, you know, after 50. And depending on the matches and stuff. But, you know, PvP in Elder Scrolls is fun. But I think it's better than a lot of MMOs. It just needs a little bit of, you know, finessing. And my dude look bad. He's got that wicked material on, and he's got the Reaper, like the Spectre's head on. Looks so badass. King Shark. Okay, once again, I'm going to keep shields for when he does Blood Frenzy. As a healer, I don't want people to die, ideally. I did this last night on my electric healer. I am working on my nature healer as well. I'm trying to level him anyways. Oh, shit. I'm gonna have to hit Transcendence instead. God damn it. You don't want to be melee in raids. Doesn't unless you're running shields. Don't do it. That's my suggestion. Okay. Shield up. Now he can't kill me. Shouldn't be able to. Fuck! Healer down. Oh my God! Pull him away! Why wouldn't the tank kite? Kite the fucker away! Kite! Kite the tank! Tank! Kite it! Get him the fuck off me! God! Okay, this whole team's got me a little weirded out. It's a purple chest, so we'll take it over the weapons. It was so enjoyable being zerged down by the other two teams. I'm going to try to figure out how to post the video I saved. I got share factor. It should be, yeah. All you do is upload to YouTube, Scott. Upload it to your YouTube. That's all you have to do. And then tag it. Make sure you do the tags. The tags are important. God dang, man. Please, for God fucking sakes, kite fucking... Oh my God. bitch of a time last night with a group with this one. Why am I stuck? I'm stuck. God dang, my keyboard seems to be doing this a lot. Yeah, it should be pretty easy for you.
Neptune's balls.
Neptune's balls.
The sea floor. This plan is pure folly. There is no way past it.
The crystal Calder brought me is charged with the same magic as the crown.
Of course. We can use the trident to
I'm going to
empower-
try today. I will let you know when I do. Oh, definitely, brother. I want to see it.
No, the crystal lacks the power to take down the crown, but it can create thorn constructs. If I am right, the constructs may get us past the crown. I will use my aquamancy to split the crystal. Once it is in position, begin gathering the roots. While I empower them, dig into the sea floor and gather roots from the crown itself.
Quickly! We have been discovered. Defend yourselves.
Okay, well, I got my hots down. God! Jeez, fucking Matesis! I had ads on me. I'm over here fucking doing fucking their work. Oh my god. Pull the ads away. Pull the ads away. Jeez fucking Matesis. Why is it hard to get some competent players? Why? Great, thank you. Now watch, for some reason this dude's gonna die because the tank's not gonna like hit the middle like he's supposed to. Yep. Yep. Hit the middle. Hit the fucking middle. Yes. No. Get in the middle and pull. You don't want any of these dudes coming in here. See, if the tank was in the middle, none of these dudes would even get in. And you can't pull the drift, so only at... Oh, thank God. Oh, my God. Why? We have no trollers. All these dudes, and nobody has a troller build. Go figure. It's not hard to play support classes. They all can get that fucker this time. I'm just gonna stay here and heal. Fuck it.
Quickly, we have been discovered. Defend yourselves.
Just get in the middle.
Pieces of roots from beneath the sea floor to create the construct.
Excuse me.
Stop Raft's men from destroying the construct.
Get the fucking yeah.
Excellent. The construct has opened a portal through the crown. Quickly, lead the way.
Looks good.
Quickly, we have been discovered. Defend yourselves.
Quickly, dig in the dirt and bring pieces of the crown's roots to the crystal.
Go Snoop, morning brother, what's up? Working my raids. Well, my event raids anyways. Hoping to queue in a normal raid. It's pug life, raid style. P-U-G, that's pug mentality, we puggin'. Puggin', puggin', puggin' till the day we die. Alright. I think we're gonna go with the gloves. Gloves. All right. Somebody please get that fucking drift soldier to her in the stairs. Thinking of starting my own progression guild to help guys get their skills. And Elder Scrolls? That's cool. That definitely sounds like a plan. A lot of people, man, you know, on trying to get people for progression towards trials. Main thing I would suggest is getting them familiar with their classes. Most of the time, I find that the problem isn't lying in the content or because when you get people into content, learning content, people can understand mechanics all day. If they don't understand their class and how to set up a proper rotation and layering their AoE effects or their dot effects and prior to bar swap, that's where DPS gets lost. Like a lot of times I see people's big mistakes, especially not like people are like, well, it's important to weave. I agree. I totally agree with that. Totally. But what I always see people do is misfire, not putting down the like should be like an ability weave, like you know, like caltrops weave.
Excellent. We have gained
Let's see, like your rearming trap goes first, weave, caltrops weave, you know, keep putting down the delayed effects for the duration. What I see people do is just overloading, like, you know, or like, you know, just spamming light attacks and then they're spammable in between. And then they're not paying attention to their, you know, their derated effects. And the DPS starts going like a cascading effect. The problem of it is not learning mechanics. People panic, and then next thing you know, they lose out on their rotation. Recovery is a good point, but that comes with time. But a biggest thing also is keeping them spec'd up. Like, a lot of people will try to tell them, go under 16K, and the problem of it is, if they fuck up, and they don't get in, especially in vet, what ends up happening, it will fucking hose them. And like, I don't know how many times, like I went in a vet AA one time. We're on the second boss, or the third boss. And third boss, where she was splitting, right? And fucking people were dying because they were under 16K. They were fucking getting smoked. And I'm like, what in the fuck are you guys doing, man? Well, we have shields. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Why are you in this vet trial? Why? Well, people, I'm like, are you outcast? No. Are you this? No. Then fucking get your health at least 18, 19K. That's my recommendation. Then get the fuck out of my trial, please. That's why, you know, most of the time people ask me, why don't I ever stream trials? And I'm like, because I'm a dick. I'm a huge fucking douchebag. This is what happens when you're at this point with no fucking troller. I'm going to keep getting CC'd, man. If someone... I'm going to run out of fucking material. Fucking trolls, man. Need trolls. I knew it. I got to fucking have a troller. God, how many times do I tell motherfuckers? That's why you need trollers. I'm bottoming out, man. There's nothing I can do if I'm bottomed out. I can't sustain a fucking the heals on everybody if I'm fucking bottoming out, man. It gets easier once the war Mangus is down. But look, I'm bottomed out, man. I have nothing to gas. I'm out. I'm bottomed. Okay, that's easier now. So it should lighten up. We'll get a couple ads here and there. But it won't be as, like, as hard. The first part, when Merc comes out, it's really hard because you have all those sub-bosses on top of the main boss. And it's not trash. Those are like sub-bosses. Here's my daughter. 1 second. Yeah, I gotta wrap it up after this and get my daughter, more than likely. I love bottoming out, god dang it. Could use a fucking troll sometime this year. Done. It's over with.
You deserve 1,000 deaths.
I mean a healer. What should I make the DPS requirements? So what to start with? That Hoff? What I typically do, and here's the problem, Snoop. Most of the time, if somebody is like, say they post up and they're hitting between,
What are you saying?
like they're hitting about 40k. Let's say you're getting 40k on a low on some of the DPS, right? The problem of it is they're going to lose a lot more damage on boss if they can't keep up a rotation. What you need to do, and I'll be honest with you, you need to get them in some of the, you need to take any recruit, anybody looking to get into vet trials, you needed to get them in some of the hardest vet DLC dungeons. But you can't, there's no parser on console, right? We have no metrics in console. But what you need to do is take 3 people you typically roll with. Get a time that you can get it done with the hardest content on hard content on 4-man, or yo Jack, what's up? What you can typically get a time in. So let's say you do Bloodthorn, right? And you typically can get it done in, let's say, 20 minutes with your normal group. Take the dude in there and say, okay, we've got to get this in, and kind of be a little whatever. We got to get this in at 25 for you to be a DPS, under 25 minutes. You need to see how well he keeps his rotation throughout mechanics. Remember, a target dummy doesn't have fucking mechanics. The problem of it is not what they're hitting for our DPS on test, or on the dummy. It's not the issue. The issue of it is how well can they maintain DPS throughout mechanics, because that's when it drops. That's the problem. Just watch Ralph Breaks the Internet, Wreck-It Ralph 2 today. It was amazing. Oh, okay, cool. I saw the previews for it. It looked pretty good. Looks pretty funny. Yeah, that's your problem, Snoop, is when people go in, how much DPS are they sustaining? When do they know when to throw, like, in a mechanic, when to back off of certain things and to lay down? Like, Ads. I never single target during an ad fight. It's pointless. If there's ads and trash, AoE the fucking back and heavy attack. That's why on certain DPS, if they're melee, that's when I prefer the 2H. Because all I tell them to do is drop down every fucking AoE and throw up the 2H on the swing for splash damage. Same thing with lightning staffs. This is where I keep trying to tell people, you can't go with what just meta players say. You actually have to know how the mechanics and how the DPS is applied. Because you'll lose DPS, your shit gets fucked up, and it's a fucking headache when you're trying to explain to people this type of shit. It's like, listen, man, and there's someone's like, oh, I've hit 50 fucking K on a fucking target dummy. It was so easy. Then you see them in a fucking vet trial, and they fucking look like shit because they can't keep up with the fucking mechanics. That's the problem. It's like, oh, I'm single target build. That doesn't yeah, because you were on a fucking target dummy. Listen, god fucking damn it, excuse my French. These mechanics change accordingly. You have to be prepared. You have to understand how your DPS will increase or decrease based on encounter due to your rotation. That's what I keep trying to say, man. You need to go in and you need to assess each individual. You have to assess an individual between that class and their build and how and what they need to improve upon. Because if you don't, and you go into Hoff, well, they're going to have major problems. Mechanics is one thing. Teaching people mechanics is one thing. But trying to get them to fucking keep their DPS in check, woo! Yeah, that's the headache. That's the problem. That's the problem. If they start slipping DPS throughout mechanics, that's where you usually fail. It's not due to the mechanics. It's due to they're slipping in the rotation or missing an interrupt or missing a key mechanic. It's either a key mechanic that gets missed on or slip of rotation by your DPS. So I'm not actually going to take this. I would, but I got to go pick up my daughter. But yeah, that's my suggestion. Just get them under control, man. You know, seriously, you know, you really want to get these guys. If you're going progression, and I think it's a great idea, you know, that's what you want to take a look at, because it'll be the bane of your existence at times too. Yeah. What? That sucked. All right. Let's take a look at the hands. No. 163. Oh, might as well save that weapon crate. We'll save that weapon crate for now. Trying to get some stuff done, but yeah, no, I think you'll be fine. You'll find out. You could say, literally, you could say you need at least 40K minimal to roll in with us. 40K on a test. That ain't gonna help you. Trust you and me. That will not help you. You will cringe. You'll bite your teeth. You'll smash your head. You know, 40K minimum just to start. Just hypothetically. Typically, everybody needs to be pushing around. If all DPS were firing at 30 to 35K, you can do Vet Hoff without a problem. If everybody can sustain it. But problem of it is they can't. A lot of people can't sustain the DPS. Their rotation starts slipping. They can have a fucking full bar of a fucking magic gun stamina throughout the rotation because they know their heavy attacks. But if they don't know their rotation and their rotation slips, well, they don't have a good recovery point. You're fucked. That's when you're fucked. I'm just giving you a heads up. The problems with trial guilds. Trial guilds, it's not about mechanics. It's about teaching people how to sustain their fucking rotation in recovery. So I will give you the advice of don't fucking go off the fucking... Don't go by what somebody says they're doing on a target dummy. Don't even go by what they're posting on a target dummy. Put them in the fucking... Get them in a vet DLC and put their fucking knowledge to the test. If they can do that, if they can do it, like say your expectation, you go in a vet Bloodthorn, you're anticipating, you say 25 minutes or less. to complete. Right? 25 minutes or less. You can take any vet DLC, but say 25 minutes or less. Put them in a more of a challenging one. Then you roll in. Then you can assess each individual. Make sure you and 2 other people you're familiar with. Make sure it's not a healer. Make sure 2 other people you're familiar with, the tank and the other DPS or whatever, on your 5-mans or whatever. Make sure you guys are, kind of where you need to be at. They're your officers, basically, so you can assess it, equally amongst each other. If they can hit under your over your expectations, so say you say 25 minutes and they get 20, right? Bank. Okay? That's not a fluke. You set the standard, they met it. That gives you a better understanding of that player's competence with the class in mechanics. It's a hands down, no way. Like when I did World of Warcraft, someone said, "Oh, hey, I parsed this on a target dummy." You wouldn't even be optional. You wouldn't even be considered for our guild. No way, no fucking how. I'm going to put you in the hardest content that we currently can do in a 5-man, and we're going to assess you. How? Because now I have a parser. I can do a comparison between your gear score and your damage output. That lets me know where you're at in rotation. Right? So your gear score right here, your DPS was here. Where should your DPS be? And now I can also take a look at your tire rotation in my metrics. That's when I used to be able to see everybody's DPS. I could see everybody's individual rotation with the add-on I had. So I could literally click your name and it would throw up your combat log with the metric system I had. And I was like, yeah, we got issues. And some people could be easily adjusted. Other people, not so much. And that's the truth. That's the truth. That's what it is. I never went off of a fucking dummy. I'm like, I need to know where you're at with mechanics. How you could sustain your DPS throughout mechanic system. And where are you at in rotation? Right? I don't need you to be the best of the best, but I need an X amount of damage output. Because we're on timers. That's important. That's relative. We can always improve upon things, but this is a minimum of what I need you to do. This is the minimum of what has to be expected. If you exceed that, cool. But if not, what's the point? So on console, my suggestion is get them in a time run. Get them in a time run. Put them in a 5-man in a time run and assess it. You need to do that. Yeah, it's only going to be your best benefit to try to execute something like that a little bit more efficiently on a one-on-one, and then taking your officers and assessing whether or not the person's good enough. And also any of the vet arenas like Rose and Dragonstar, those are good testing grounds. That's a damn good testing ground for a player wanting to be in a vet trial group. That's actually probably the best testing ground for vet trials is vet arenas. So if they can get through a vet arena, right, without a carry, and you start seeing, what they can do when you put them in isolated situations throughout mechanics, that gives you a good understanding where they're at. So that's what I go off of. I'm like, listen, man. We need to talk. So, but I'm a dick. I'm a douchebag. Former elitist. That's why I don't like to do certain things. I'll do it if I have the competent players and I'm like, on board. I'm like, okay, we're going to do it. Let's do it. And then other times I'm like, nah, man, I'm good. I'm fucking good. Because I'm saving myself a headache. Anyways, guys, I got to let you go. I got to get my daughter. I'll actually be back in a little bit. So probably about 20 minutes. And I'll stream another one. So I do want to thank you guys for watching. I hope that does help, Snoop. That's my advice. You don't have to take it, but that's my advice. And once again and always, have a nice day.